हमने देख लिया कि ब्लड ट्रांसफ्यूजन से एसोसिएटेड होते हैं डेंगू, जीका, वेस्ट नाइल, पार्वोवायरस, B19, ट्राइपेनोसोमा, एहरलिकिया, सिफिलिस, HHV8। पैथोलॉजी क्या होती है एड्स की? क्या होता है कि डेंड्राइटिक सेल्स जो होती है ना बॉडी में, जो कि एंटीजन प्रेजेंटिंग सेल्स होती हैं, which are present in the anal mucosa or the vaginal mucosa, are the first cells to be affected. The CD4 counts are reduced. Both the infected and the non-infected cells are dying by apoptosis and pyroptosis. So both are increased. If the patient is more than 6 years of age or is an adult, then there are 3 stages of the disease based on the CD4 count. If less than 500 cells, stage 1, less than between 200 to 499, stage 2, less than 200, stage 3. If the patient is of less than 1 year of age, then the stages will be stage 1 CD4 less than 1500, stage 2 750 to 1499, and stage 3 will be less than 750 cells. एड्स डिफाइनिंग मैलिग्नेंसीज, द मैलिग्नेंसीज कैंसर जो कि एड्स में पाए जाते हैं, कापोसी सार्कोमा, नॉन हॉजकिन्स लिम्फोमा और इन्वेजिव सर्वाइकल कैंसर. ऑटो इम्यूनिटी इज इंक्रीज, द इम्यूनिटी इज डिक्रीज बट ऑटो इम्यूनिटी इज इंक्रीज इन एड्स, which causes lymphocytic interstitial pneumonitis caused by lymphocytes. So lymphocytic interstitial pneumonitis, LIP. This is a rare disorder. LIP, lymphocytic interstitial pneumonitis, is a rare disorder found in AIDS due to autoimmunity. There is a B cell dysregulation antibody that causes damage to the lung parenchyma. The rate of incidence of idiopathic thrombocytopenia is increased. Virus की structure, there is the RNA single stranded, then there is core antigen P24, then there is matrix protein P17. These are the proteins inside the virus, P17 and P24. Then there are surface proteins found in the envelope, the G41, which is important for fusion, and there is GP120, which is the docking protein which attaches to the host cell. GP120 is the docking protein, GP41 is the fusion protein. GP120 docking protein by which CD4 cells attach to its CD4 receptors. GP41 is for fusion, P17 is the matrix protein, P24 is the core antigen. Vertical transmission is 30%. Best test to identify vertical transmission is HIV PCR DNA greater than P24 antigen assay. HIV PCR DNA or P24 antigen assay, which is the core antigen. This is how the virus attaches. This is how the virus attaches to the host cell, to the CCR5 receptors of the CD4 cells. Docking happens by GP120 and then fusion happens. Docking with GP120 is attaching to the CD4 receptors on the cell. There are co-receptors CCR5 and CXCR4 which are present on the CD4 cells. They contribute to the conformational change in the virus. The virus comes closer to the cell wall of the CD4 cell, which will further help in the fusion. Then the fusion happens. Virus is ready to inject the RNA into the cell. RNA is converted to double-stranded DNA. Double-stranded DNA with the help of integrase gets integrated into the host domain. So RNA to DNA conversion happens after the virus has injected the RNA into the host cell, and then the DNA gets integrated with the host DNA. CCR5 delta 32 mutation. It is a mutation of the receptor of the CD4 cell. CCR5 delta 32 mutation. Patient will not express CCR5, so the virus will be present in the blood but does not attack the target cells, and this is called as the hampering of the infiltrative ability of the virus due to the CCR5 delta 32 mutation. No expression of CCR5, no attacking of the target cells, hampering of the infiltrative ability of the virus. Then CDC gives a definition of AIDS. CDC AIDS definition: with or without HIV serology. There is no role of HIV serology in this definition. There are 6 C's, 2 P's, HKM. 6C, 2P, HKM. C. Candida, involving the esophagus, trachea, or bronchus. Then C for Cryptococcus neoformans meningitis, which happens in the brain. It is the extrapulmonary Cryptococcus. Then third C is Cryptosporidium parvum. It causes chronic diarrhea for more than 1 month. Then fourth C is CMV colitis or esophagitis, which causes serpiginous ulcers. There is another. Okay, so CMV colitis or esophagitis, which causes serpiginous ulcers. There is also a. Okay, leave that. Then there is cerebral toxoplasmosis. Cerebral toxoplasmosis. Seizure will be there in the AIDS patient. That means cerebral involvement, toxoplasmosis. Then the sixth C, last C, is primary CNS lymphoma, tumor of the brain. So Candida, Cryptococcus, Cryptosporidium, CMV colitis, cerebral toxoplasmosis, CNS lymphoma. Then the two P's are, first is pneumocystis jirovecii, which happens when CD4 counts become less than 200, and progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy. Leuko means white, encephalo means brain, pathy means disease. So white matter damage. So progressive multifocal means multiple lesions in the JC virus. Japanese. So JC virus causes this. Causes subcortical white matter damage. There is hyperintense lesion. Subcortical hyperintense lesion will be seen on the CT scan. The two P's are pneumocystis jirovecii, progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy. Then the HKM, H4, HSV esophagitis. There was another esophagitis which was CMV esophagitis. Then there is HSV esophagitis, herpes simplex virus esophagitis, which causes a mucocutaneous ulcer more than 1 month, which is very painful. Then there is Kaposi sarcoma, which is present in if the patient is less than 60 years of age. Then the last is M for Mycobacterium avium intercellular, which is MAI, Mycobacterium avium intercellular, which happens when CD4 counts become less than 50. So based on the CD4 counts, there are different infections which happen in AIDS patient. If the CD4 counts are less than 500, TB can occur. If the CD4 counts become less than 200, pneumocystis jirovecii infection can occur. If the CD4 counts become less than 100, cerebral toxoplasmosis can occur. If the CD4 counts become less than 50, CMV retinitis or MAI, Mycobacterium avium intercellular, can happen. CMV for cytomegalovirus. So TB, pneumocystis jirovecii, cerebral toxoplasmosis, CMV retinitis or MAI. Then cerebral toxoplasmosis, cerebrum में लीजन होगा, कहाँ पे? बेसल गैंग्लिया में mostly. And the sign is called as eccentric dot sign. There is a dot in the eccentric. So eccentric dot sign or ring enhancing sign, which happens in cerebral toxoplasmosis in AIDS patients. On the eccentric dot sign or ring enhancing sign. Multiple lesions can be seen, and mostly basal ganglia is involved. Multiple lesions can be seen, like 1, 2. Basal ganglia is involved. Eccentric dot sign or ring enhancing sign. Cerebral toxoplasmosis. Then the cytomegalovirus infection. Histology पे basophilic, intracytoplasmic, intranuclear inclusion bodies are seen. So cytoplasm के अंदर, न्यूक्लियस के अंदर basophilic inclusion bodies दिखती हैं cytomegalovirus infection में, जो कि AIDS में पाया जाता है. Then there is primary CNS lymphoma. Tumor in the brain happens. This is a single lesion, unlike the cerebral toxoplasmosis, in which multiple lesions could be seen in basal ganglia, which shows the signs of eccentric dot sign and ring enhancing sign. In primary CNS lymphoma, there is single lesion. In this non-contrast CT, single lesion with extensive cerebral edema is seen, which can cause seizures. This extensive cerebral edema can cause seizures. So the difference between the cerebral toxoplasmosis and primary CNS lymphoma is that cerebral toxoplasmosis can have multiple lesions present, mostly in the basal ganglia, and the signs are eccentric dot sign and ring enhancing sign. Primary CNS lymphoma is a single lesion. Cerebral edema is present, which can cause seizures. Then there is pneumocystis jirovecii. In pneumocystis jirovecii, the AIDS patients with a history of cough, there is a history of cough, because pneumocystis jirovecii, pneumo means lung and cyst means cysts. So cysts in the lung, and there is a history of cough in the AIDS patient for 2 weeks, and oxygen saturation of the patient is disproportionately low. Okay, in this X-ray, the perihilar shadows are present bilaterally. This is the hilum, and this is the perihilar shadow. These are the perihilar shadows. So bilaterally, perihilar shadows are present in the chest X-ray. Bronchoalveolar lavage when taken out, and when stained with Gomori methenamine silver stain. The stain is Gomori methenamine silver stain on the bronchoalveolar lavage. Shows black cysts. These are the black cysts, indicating pneumocystis girovicii. Then there is progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy. Progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy, which happens due to JC virus, and when MRI is done, subcortical hyperintense white matter lesions are present, mostly in the parietal and the temporal lobe of the brain. Then there is HSV esophagitis, herpes simplex virus esophagitis, the mucocutaneous ulcers for more than 1 month. These are very painful. So solitary single large ulcer in the esophagus or punched out ulcer can also be seen sometimes, cause odynophagia. Odynophagia means painful swallowing. Then there is Kaposi sarcoma. Kaposi sarcoma होता है एक वैस्कुलर ट्यूमर, वेसल्स का ट्यूमर, ओरल कैविटी में होता है मोस्टली, हालांकि और जगह भी हो सकता है बॉडी में. Vascular tumor which occurs mostly in oral cavity but can occur elsewhere in the body as well. Occurs in less than 60 years of age and is included in the AIDS criteria, HKM, K for Kaposi sarcoma. Differential diagnosis of Kaposi sarcoma is bacillary angiomatosis, which can be caused by Bartonella Hensley. Bacillary angiomatosis, Bartonella Hensley. Differential diagnosis for Kaposi sarcoma. What happens is reddish brown lesions in the oral cavity or all over the body, which may bleed on touch. Diagnosis of AIDS. To diagnose AIDS, these are some points. If there is histoplasmosis with HIV serology positive, AIDS is there. If there is coccidiomycosis with HIV serology positive, AIDS is there. If there is HIV wasting with HIV serology positive, AIDS is there. If there is HIV encephalopathy with HIV serology positive, AIDS is there. If there is TB or extrapulmonary TB with HIV serology positive, AIDS is there. So these diseases, if they are present along with serology of HIV positive, then there is AIDS. Histoplasmosis, coccidiomycosis, HIV wasting, HIV encephalopathy, TB or extrapulmonary TB. Now laboratory diagnosis of HIV. In acute illness, when the infection has just entered the body, within 15 days, the HIV RNA becomes there present in the blood. HIV P24 antigens are there in the blood, and later on the HIV antibodies increase. So if we on HIV acquisition, within 10 days or 12 days to be specific, HIV RNA can be seen in 12 days. HIV RNA can be seen in the blood in 12 days. Then 15 to 20 days P24 antigens can be seen with enzyme immunoassay. Then third generation enzyme immunoassay, after 22 days it becomes positive. Then rapid antigen test becomes positive in 30 to 35 days, and lastly Western blot can be positive after 35 days. So first of all, we do the fourth generation enzyme immunoassay for HIV RNA and P24 antigen, which become positive within 12 days or 15 to 20 days. Then we do after 22 days third generation enzyme immunoassay, which becomes positive after 22 days. Then we can do rapid antigen and Western blot. So first is fourth generation enzyme immunoassay. It can identify antibodies against HIV1, antibodies against HIV2, antibodies against P24 antigen. Sensitivity is 99.5%. So sensitivity is high, therefore it can be used as a screening test. Helps to diagnose in early days of infection. Then the third generation enzyme immunoassay turns positive at the day 22 after unprotected intercourse with an HIV patient. Window period for HIV infection is 3 weeks to 6 weeks. For early diagnosis, HIV RNA starts appearing in blood as early as first week of infection. Best test for early diagnosis is nucleic acid amplification technology. HIV RNA will be positive by day 12 after exposure. P24 antigen will be positive between 15 to 20 days. Other tests include EIA on day 22. Western blot will start turning positive in around 30 days. False positive ELISA HIV conditions. फॉल्स पॉजिटिव एलाइसा कब होगा? प्रेगनेंसी में हो सकता है, ऑटो इम्यून डिजीज़ में हो सकता है जैसे SLE और स्क्लेरोडर्मा, इनमें फॉल्स पॉजिटिव हो सकता है, और लीवर डिजीज़ में हो सकते हैं फॉल्स पॉजिटिव। इन्फ्लुएंजा में, वैक्सीनेशन में और ब्लड ट्रांसफ्यूजन में फॉल्स पॉजिटिव आ सकते हैं। प्रेगनेंसी, ऑटो इम्यून डिसऑर्डर्स लाइक SLE and scleroderma, liver disease, influenza, vaccination, blood transfusion. Then there is a CDC protocol for diagnosis, recommended laboratory HIV testing algorithm for serum or plasma specimens. So first we do enzyme immunoassay, which is a screening test for HIV-1/2 antigen or antibody combination immunoassay. And if it turns out to be positive, if it turns out to be negative, then negative for HIV-1 and HIV-2 antibodies and P24 antigen. And if it is positive, then we do a differentiation immunoassay to differentiate between HIV-1 and HIV-2. So HIV-1 HIV-2 antibody differentiation immunoassay is done if the HIV-1 and HIV-2 antigen antibody combination immunoassay is positive. When we do this differentiation immunoassay, if HIV-1 is positive, 2 is negative, then HIV-1 antibodies are detected. HIV-1 is negative, HIV-2 is positive, which means HIV-2 antibodies are detected. If both of them are positive, means HIV antibodies are detected. If HIV-1 is negative or indeterminate, then we do HIV-1 NAT, nucleic amplification test. And if NAT is positive, there is acute HIV-1 infection, and if it is negative, then negative for HIV-1. So the tests are EIA, enzyme immunoassay 4th generation combined immunoassay, which is done first in CDC. Then there is a differentiation immunoassay, and if both indeterminate, NAT is done or PCR is done. But according to Indian guidelines, NACO, National AIDS Control Organization guidelines or Government of India guidelines, the tests are done as follows. First, we do screening with enzyme immunoassay of HIV-1, HIV-2. Screening is done because its sensitivity is high. If in screening it comes out to be positive for HIV-1, HIV-2, then repeat the same test. And if it turns out to be negative, repeat after 3 to 6 months. But if it turns out to be positive, then we do HIV-1 Western blot. If it turns out to be positive, there is a diagnosis of HIV-1 infection. So first we do screening for both HIV-1 and HIV-2. Then we repeat it. If it turns out to be positive, we do HIV-1 Western blot. If it turns out to be positive, there is a diagnosis of HIV-1 infection. But if HIV-1 Western blot is negative, we do HIV-2 enzyme immunoassay, repeat. Then if it comes out to be positive, we do HIV-2 Western blot. And if it comes out to be positive, we have a diagnosis of HIV-2 infection. So first there is screening, then there is Western blot for them differently. After once again repeating the enzyme immunoassay, then we do the Western blot. If it is positive, there is a diagnosis of either HIV-1 or HIV-2. But if it is an indeterminate Western blot test, then we repeat the test after 4 to 6 weeks. Most sensitive test is enzyme immunoassay, and most specific is Western blot. Therefore, Western blot is used in confirmation of the diagnosis, while enzyme immunoassay is used as a screening test. Western blot picks up antibodies against all the antigen groups like 160, 120, P17, P24, which are encoded by 3 genes: GAG, POL, and other tests are CD4 count, which is used as a diagnostic test. Liver function test, because liver is affected by the drugs used in AIDS. So liver function tests are to be done. Most drugs can affect the liver. Lipid profile has to be done because there are complications related to cardiovascular system. HIV RNA talks about the viral load, and HIV DNA talks about the vertical transmission possibility of the HIV. So HIV RNA is important for the viral load. HIV DNA is important for the vertical transmission. Then VDRL test can also be done because there can be a chance of co-infection positive in the patient. There can be co-infection. Similarly, hepatitis B can also be there, C can be there, D can be there, G can be there. But there is an important point to be remembered that if there is a hepatitis G infection present in this patient of AIDS, then the progression of HIV is slower comparatively. So hepatitis G slows the progression of HIV. Then another test can be done is purified protein derivative for LTB, Leprometres TB, purified protein derivative for Leprometres TB. Then anti-toxoplasma antibody for toxoplasmosis can be done. IgG antibody is measured. Then there can be MMSE, mini-mental status score examination, to check the cognitive decline in the patient. And there is a home-based test, easy test, OraQuick, which can be done with saliva or blood at home for HIV. OraQuick. Its diagnostic accuracy is, for saliva it is 98% and for blood is 99%. अब है prophylactic drugs for HIV patients to increase longevity of lifespan. longevity बढ़ाने के लिए ट्रीट नहीं कर सकते लेकिन longevity बढ़ा सकते हैं prophylactic drugs देके. Guidelines for primary opportunistic infections in AIDS positive patient. So pneumocystis 0 वैसे अगर है तो cotrimoxazole is the drug of choice and prevention. Toxoplasma है then also cotrimoxazole is the drug of prevention. लेकिन if toxoplasmosis with encephalitis है तो pyrimethamine with sulfadiazine with leucovorin are the drug of choice. Pyrimethamine, sulfadiazine, leucovorin for toxoplasmosis with encephalitis, otherwise cotrimoxazole. If there is Mycobacterium tuberculosis with pure protein derivatives of more than 5 millimeters in 48 to 72 hours, or IGRA is there, interferon gamma release as a positive, or contact with an active case of TB, which means there is a latent TB infection. Then we give prophylactic treatment of isoniazid plus pyridoxine for 9 months. If there is Mycobacterium tuberculosis plus PPD of more than 5 mm in duration आ रही है, 5 mm से ज़्यादा इन ड्यूरेशन है 48 से 72 घंटे में, या फिर इग्रा पॉजिटिव है, इंटरफेरॉन गामा रिलीज ऐसे पॉजिटिव है, या फिर कॉन्टैक्ट हुआ है एक्टिव केस ऑफ टीबी के साथ, यानी कि लेटेंट टीबी इन्फेक्शन है, तो आइसोनियाजिड प्लस पायरिडॉक्सिन. माइकोबैक्टीरियम एवियम अगर है तो क्लैरिथ्रोमाइसिन प्लस इथैम्बिटोल में भी एडेड रिफाबिटिन. ठीक है, क्लैरिथ्रोमाइसिन प्लस इथैम्बिटोल रिफाबिटिन भी ऐड कर सकते हैं. क्लैरिथ्रोमाइसिन प्लस इथैम्बिटोल. HIV पॉजिटिव पेशेंट है जो कि एक्सपोज हुआ है चिकन पॉक्स पेशेंट से, तो उसमें वेरिसेला जोस्टर इम्यूनोग्लोबुलिन देते हैं. अगर क्रिप्टोकोकस कॉक्सीडियोइडीज इन्फेक्शन है तो फ्लूकोनाजोल विल बी द ट्रीटमेंट फॉर क्रिप्टोकोकस कॉक्सीडियोइडीज, फ्लूकोनाजोल. हिस्टोप्लाज्मोसिस में इट्राकोनाजोल देते हैं. साल्मोनेला में सिप्रोफ्लॉक्सासिन देते हैं. बार्टनेला हैंसले में डॉक्सीसाइक्लिन देते हैं. साइटोमेगालोवायरस में वैलसाइक्लोविर और एसाइक्लोविर देते हैं. If the TB is diagnosed in HIV patients, then treat TB first to decrease the bacterial load in the body. पहले TB ट्रीट करेंगे. अगर HIV पेशेंट में TB है तो पहले TB ट्रीट करेंगे, उसके बाद ही HIV के लिए ट्रीटमेंट रेजिमेंट स्टार्ट करेंगे. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर TB पहले ठीक कर लिया तो चांसेस ऑफ हाई रिस्क, दैट इज इम्यून रिकॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इन्फ्लेमेटरी सिंड्रोम, आइरिस, इम्यून रिकॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इन्फ्लेमेटरी सिंड्रोम, इसके चांसेस कम होंगे अगर हम TB को पहले ट्रीट कर लेंगे तो. Then the HIV treatment should be given. Vaccines for HIV positive patients. HIV पॉजिटिव पेशेंट्स को कौन कौन सी वैक्सीन देते हैं? हेपेटाइटिस A वायरस की देते हैं, हेपेटाइटिस B वायरस की देते हैं, न्यूमोनिया यानी कि PCV13 की देते हैं, न्यूमोकोकस की PCV13, और HPV वैक्सीन देते हैं, पैपिलोमा वायरस के लिए वैक्सीन देते हैं. हेपेटाइटिस A वायरस, B वायरस, PCV13, न्यूमोकोकस एंड HPV वैक्सीन. Then we see the respiratory diseases in AIDS patients. Incidence of pneumococcal pneumonia is greater than TB, greater than pneumocystis jirovecii. तो ये तीनों बीमारियां पाई जाती हैं एड्स पेशेंट में. न्यूमोकोकल न्यूमोनिया हो सकता है विच इज़ वेरी कॉमन, देन TB हो सकती है, उसके बाद न्यूमोसिस्टिस जिरोवेसाई हो सकता है. अगर न्यूमोकोकल न्यूमोनिया है तो एक्सरे पे क्या दिखेगा? कंसोलिडेशन और अ पैच इन वन लोब ऑफ द लंग्स, एक लोब में कंसोलिडेशन या पैच दिखेगी अगर निमोनिया है तो, निमोकोकल निमोनिया, ठीक है। और बच गए निमोसिस्टिस जीरोविसाई और टीबी। टीबी में क्या दिखेगा, मल्टीपल स्पॉट्स दिखेंगे प्रेजेंट इन बोथ लंग फील्ड्स सजेस्टिव ऑफ मिलियरी टीबी, बट इन निमोसिस्टिस जीरोविसाई bilateral perihilar opacities will be seen. If there is a history was given by patients of pneumocystis cerevisiae, there will be fever, shortness of breath, chest pain, weight loss. अगर न्यूमोसिस्टिस cerevisiae का पेशेंट है और वो ये हिस्ट्री दे रहा है, मतलब कि एड्स भी है क्योंकि वेट लॉस हो रहा है, चेस्ट पेन, शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रेथ एंड फीवर आर ड्यू टू द लंग सिम्टम्स. चेस्ट एक्सरे कैन बी नॉर्मल एट अर्ली स्टेजेस इन ऑल द अबव 3 कंडीशंस, निमोनिया, टीबी और न्यूमोसिस्टिस जीरोविसाई, तीनों में ही एक्सरे नॉर्मल हो सकता है अर्ली स्टेजेस में. पेरीहाइलर ओपेसिटीज आर प्रेजेंट इन न्यूमोसिस्टिस जीरोविसाई. LDH values are elevated in pneumocystis cerevisiae. Beta 1,3 glucan test is positive. So LDH value is elevated. Beta 1,3 glucan test is positive. Diffusion capacity of the lungs for carbon monoxide, which is called as DLCO. Diffusion capacity of lungs for carbon monoxide is reduced. Okay. So these are the 3 things to be remembered. LDH values are elevated in pneumocystis cerevisiae. Beta 1,3 glucan test is positive, and diffusion capacity of the lungs for carbon monoxide is reduced. Then if we do bronchoalveolar lavage and we stain it with right zinza, that is methenamine silver stain, तो हमें ब्लैक सिस्ट दिखते हैं, ठीक है. राइट जिंजा और मैथिनामिन सिल्वर, गोमोरी मैथिनामिन सिल्वर स्टेन. मैनेजमेंट इज कोट्रिमोक्साजोल. कोट्रिमोक्साजोल इज द मैनेजमेंट फॉर pneumocystis cerevisiae. IV पेंटामिडिन इफ एलर्जिक टू कोट्रिमोक्साजोल. अगर कोट्रिमोक्साजोल से एलर्जिक है तो IV पेंटामिडिन हैज टू बी गिवन. Steroids are given if PaO2 is less than 70 mm of Hg and if the AA gradient is more than 35 mm of Hg. Normally it should be 15 mm of mercury, but if the AA gradient becomes more than 35 millimeters of mercury, then steroids are given. Or if the PaO2 has become less than 70 millimeters of mercury, then steroids are given. IV pentamidine is given if allergic to cotrimoxazole. Cotrimoxazole, okay. Extrapulmonary manifestations. Extrapulmonary manifestations of pneumocystis cerevisiae. ओटिक मास यानी कि कान के बाहर मास बन सकता है एक्सटर्नल मीएटस के ऊपर, ओटिक मास. लिम्फ नोड्स कैन बी एनलार्ज्ड. Liver and spleen can be enlarged, and there can be a lesion in the choroid layer of the eye. So otic mass, lymph node enlargement, hepatosplenomegaly, lesion in the choroid in pneumocystis cerevisiae. Okay. Then Mycobacterium TB. Mycobacterium TB with HIV positive patients have cavity size relatively smaller and dissemination chances are more. Treatment: before giving CART, give anti-tubercular therapy for 2 weeks. Therefore ATT and then CART. The gap should be 2 weeks. Time gap between ATT and CART is 2 weeks. If there is a latent TB infection based on Mantox test more than 5 millimeters, the management is isoniazid with vitamin B6 for 9 months. MAI, Mycobacterium avium intercellular, which happens mostly when the CD4 counts become less than 50 cells per cubic millimeter. The entry of the bacteria of the Mycobacterium avium intercellular entry happens through lungs, respiration or GIT, ingestion of the virus. Bacteria. On chest X-ray there are bilateral infiltrates. Investigation of choice is culture of the bronchoalveolar lavage or bone marrow biopsy or through the blood. Treatment is clarithromycin with ethambutol, may or may not rifabutin added. Then there is a lymphocytic interstitial pneumonitis. It happens as an autoimmune reaction. Antibody mediated damage to the lungs. Hazy bilateral lung field, but no organism has been isolated due to B cell dysregulation antibody in HIV positive patients. Important information: invasive aspergillosis is not seen in AIDS positive patients, but invasive aspergillosis is common in asthmatics and cystic fibrosis patients. But in AIDS positive patients, invasive aspergillosis is not seen. Then cardiovascular association in HIV patients. In HIV patients, there can be myocardial infarction or there can be cardiomyopathy as well. Then GIT disease in AIDS. Oropharyngeal candida or oral thrush can happen like this, white deposition in the oral cavity. Clinical presentation will be HIV positive truck driver presents with odynophagia, a painful swallowing. Diagnosis is esophageal candida. Management is IV fluconazole. If the tongue has become black hairy, then the diagnosis is of Epstein-Barr virus. Enlargement in Epstein-Barr virus infection, the black hairy tongue is due to enlargement of the filiform papillae of the tongue. The filiform papillae of the tongue become enlarged. Then, if there is chronic diarrhea in AIDS patient, on Zn staining, Ziehl-Neelsen staining, if the cyst is less than 10 micrometers, then the diagnosis is Cryptosporidium parvum. If the cyst is bigger, then the diagnosis is Isospora belli. These two can cause diarrhea in patients of AIDS. The management drug of choice for Cryptosporidium parvum diarrhea is nitazoxanide. Nitazoxanide for Cryptosporidium. Drug of choice for Isospora belli diarrhea is cotrimoxazole. So cotrimoxazole can be used in Pneumocystis jirovecii, toxoplasmosis, and Isospora belli. In Cryptosporidium parvum, the treatment will be nitazoxanide. Then CNS manifestations in AIDS positive patients. Now there is a patient who presents with headache, projectile vomiting, and nuchal rigidity. Headache, vomiting, nuchal rigidity. And on MRI, soap bubble appearance is seen. On the MRI, soap bubble appearance is seen. On India, okay. So the patient presents with headache, projectile vomiting, nuchal rigidity. MRI shows soap bubble appearance anywhere in the brain. Then the diagnosis is cryptococcal neoformans meningitis. There will be seizures. Okay, so cryptococcal meningitis. Then, if there is a toxoplasmosis, cerebral toxoplasmosis is there, then on MRI, eccentric dot sign will be seen on MRI, and there will be seizures. So AIDS positive rickshaw puller hai with recurrent episodes of seizures, and MRI shows eccentric dot sign or ring enhancing sign in basal ganglia. Then the diagnosis will be cerebral toxoplasmosis. If test for antibodies against toxoplasma is positive, then the management is pyrimethamine and sulfadiazine. ठीक है, तो एनसेफेलाइटिस एसोसिएटेड टॉक्सोप्लाज्मोसिस है तो पायरिमिथामिन, सल्फाडाइजिन या ल्यूकोवोरिन देते हैं. लेकिन अगर सिर्फ टॉक्सोप्लाज्मा है तो उसमें कोट्रिमोक्साजोल देते हैं. कोट्रिमोक्साजोल और किस में देते हैं? न्यूमोसिस्टिस जिरोवेसाई में और आइसोस्पोरा बेल्लाई में. क्रिप्टोस्पोरिडियम में निटाजोक्सानाइड देते हैं. देन इन T2 इमेज, if there is a subcortical hyperintensity on MRI, that means it is a leukoencephalopathy. ठीक है, progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy, white matter damage which is seen in JC virus, subcortical hyperintensity on T2 image of MRI. ठीक है. Then if there is a primary CNS lymphoma, then a single lesion with perilesional edema, single large lesion association with perilesional edema, soap bubble appearance anywhere in the body, that means cryptococcal. If in the brain, it is called as cryptococcal meningitis. Eccentric dot sign, especially in the basal ganglia, then it is toxoplasmosis encephalopathy. ठीक है, cerebral toxoplasmosis. Cryptococcal meningitis, best test is CSF ELISA for cryptococcal antigen. Management is, first line treatment is liposomal amphotericin B with 5-flucytosine for 2 weeks. Oral fluconazole for 8 weeks. Seizures in AIDS patient, the cause most commonly is HIV dementia, and then the cause is cerebral toxoplasmosis. These are the two main causes of seizures in an AIDS patient: HIV dementia, cerebral toxoplasmosis. Test for toxoplasma is IgG antitoxoplasmosis, antibody for toxoplasma. Eccentric dot sign on MRI, mostly in the basal ganglia. Management is pyrimethamine with sulfadiazine with leucovorin. Then In case of progressive multifocal leukoencephalopathy, the test will be PCR, CSF, or JC virus, and on MRI, subcortical hyperintensity in T2 images. Primary CNS lymphoma test will be stereotactic or guided biopsy. Biopsy लेंगे. Then the treatment, the CART regimen. CART regimen is the treatment regimen. CART का मतलब है combination antiretroviral therapy. Start trial. ठीक है. स्टार्ट कैसे करते हैं? अर्ली इनिशिएशन से क्या होता है? मोर्टेलिटी 50% तक कम हो जाती है. अर्ली इनिशिएशन ऑफ द ट्रीटमेंट डिक्रीज मोर्टेलिटी टू 50%. एक्यूट अपॉर्चुनिस्टिक इन्फेक्शन अगर है तो कार्ट को साइमल्टेनियसली स्टार्ट करते हैं. ठीक है. अलॉन्ग विद द अपॉर्चुनिस्टिक इन्फेक्शन ट्रीटमेंट वी स्टार्ट द कार्ट साइमल्टेनियसली. इंपॉर्टेंट इन्फॉर्मेशन. TB patients with HIV, then we start ATT first. Then after 2 weeks, we start CART. If the CART is given first, then there will be immune reconstitution inflammatory syndrome IRIS. And IRIS leads to the production of cytokines, which reset the thermostat of the hypothalamus. So the patient will have a fever after medication, and this increases the dropout rate due to worsening of the symptoms. So we always give ATT first. 3 medications should be given from 2 classes. ठीक है. In CART regimen, 3 medications should be given from 2 classes. The classes we will be studying now. Check HIV PCR RNA level to know the viral load. As we know, HIV RNA level is used for viral load analysis, and this viral load should decrease with treatment. If there is resistance, we have to test for resistance, and this mutation is responsible for resistance, which is K103N. And this mutation testing, then we use NNRTI, or maybe this gene is responsible for NNRTI resistance. Same kind of mutation is present in chronic myeloid leukemia as well. That is T315L. So K103N for AIDS, T315L for chronic myeloid leukemia. The management for this resistance will be ponatinib. ठीक है. तो K103N resistance for NNRTI, and the management will be ponatinib. Then the classes of the drugs. There can be nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. There can be non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. There can be nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitors. There can be protease inhibitors. There can be entry inhibitors, and there can be integrase inhibitors as well. So first we see nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. The first drug is didanosine, stavudine, zidovudine or azithromycin, AZT, abacavir, emtricitabine and lamivudine. Didanosine has side effects of didanosine, peripheral neuropathy, pancreatitis hepatitis, and fulminant hepatic failure. Stavudine, peripheral neuropathy, pancreatitis hepatitis, and lipoatrophy. Zidovudine or AZT cause anemia and neutropenia. Abacavir is responsible for rash and anaphylaxis. Therefore, HLA-B5701 testing is necessary in abacavir. Emtricitabine, lamivudine. These are safe and it can be used in patients who have a co-infection with HPV. So nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors drugs के नाम जो है ना वो सब अलग अलग हैं. वुडीन आता है, एबाकाविर, एम्ट्रोसिटाबिन, लैमिवुडिन, डाइडेनोसिन. लेकिन जो नॉन न्यूक्लियोसाइड रिवर्स ट्रांसक्रिप्टेज इनहिबिटर्स हैं NNRTI, उनकी पहचान है कि उनके नाम में फिर ज़रूर आता है, फिर. ठीक है. सो डेलाविरडिन, इफाविरेंज, एटाविरिन, नेविरेपिन, rilpivirine. These are the NNRTIs. Delavirdine rarely used due to inconvenient dosing, and there are side effects. Elevated transaminase. Delavirdine. So it is rarely used. Efavirenz has neuropsychiatric symptoms and suicidality. Etavirin is a second generation NNRTI. Can be used in case if resistance is present. K103N. Etavirin. Nevirapine on long-term use causes rash and hepatotoxicity, decreased vertical transmission of HIV. So अब तक जो हमने ड्रग्स देखी है ना, rilpivirine इज द लास्ट ड्रग. अब तक जो हमने ड्रग्स देखी है उनमें सबसे ज़्यादा यूज़ होती हैं एम्ट्रोसिटाबिन, लैमिविडिन, एबाकाविर, ठीक है, नेविरेपिन. ये ड्रग्स यूज़ होती हैं. अब आगे चलते हैं अगली क्लास पे जो कि है न्यूक्लियोटाइड रिवर्स ट्रांसक्रिप्टेज इनहिबिटर्स. इसमें टीनोफॉविर होती है. इट कैन बी टीनोफॉविर एलाफिनामाइड TAF और इट कैन बी टीनोफॉविर डिसोप्रोक्सल फ्यूमेरेट विच इज TDF. इसके साइड इफेक्ट्स होते हैं किडनी डैमेज, बोन मैट्रिक्स डैमेज, एंड द एडवांटेज इज इट इज़ इफेक्टिव अगेंस्ट HBV के अगेंस्ट इफेक्टिव होती है. देन देर आर प्रोटेज इनहिबिटर्स. प्रोटेज इनहिबिटर्स की पहचान होती है कि इनके नाम में नाविर आता है लास्ट में, नाविर 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 नाविर. ओके, सो एटाजानाविर और सोबिसिस्टैट, एटाजानाविर और सोबिसिस्टैट प्रोटेज इनहिबिटर. प्रोटेज इनहिबिटर का साइड इफेक्ट होता है एक लाइपोडिस्ट्रोफी. is the common side effect of all the protease inhibitors, lipodystrophy. Atazanavir, sobicistat, side effect is liver damage, jaundice and rash. Darunavir, ritonavir, side effect of liver damage, jaundice and rash. Indinavir, side effect is kidney stones. Fosamprenavir, lopinavir, nalfinavir, saquinavir, GID complaints. Lipodystrophy is common in all of them. Then entry inhibitors, enfuvirtide is given subcutaneously twice a day. Maraviroc is CCR5 co-receptor is affected. Maraviroc and enfuvirtide are entry inhibitors. Then integrase inhibitors, 3 drugs. These are also very commonly used. Dolutegravir, raltegravir, elvitegravir. Then the treatment, once a day pill of for AIDS. रोज एक गोली लेनी होती है, कॉम्बिनेशन होती है गोली 3 दवाइयों की from 2 classes. So it can be dolutegravir plus abacavir plus lamivudine. Dolutegravir is integrase inhibitor. Abacavir and lamivudine are nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. This is wrong. This should be nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors plus integrase inhibitor. Then another option can be dolutegravir, which is integrase inhibitor, plus emtricitabine, nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, plus nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitor, that is tenofovir elafenamide. Another option is alveltegravir instead of dolutegravir. Another option is raltegravir twice a day plus emtricitabine plus TAF. So emtricitabine, TAF are common. Integrase inhibitor can be variable. Then the last option is efavirenz, which is efavirenz is the only drug from the NNRTI which is used commonly, plus emtricitabine, which is a NRTI, plus TDF, which is a nucleotide reverse transcriptase inhibitor. AAA is its name, EET, AAA with longest clinical experience, efavirenz, emtricitabine, TDF. Then if there is an accidental needle stick injury, the incidence of infection is up to 0.3%. We have to give a post-exposure prophylaxis, and it should be administered ideally within 2 hours, but certainly within the first 72 hours of exposure, and the risk is evaluated as soon as possible. According to NACO guidelines and according to CMDT guidelines, the prophylaxis is different. According to NACO, tenofovir TDF 300 mg plus lamivudine, whose other name is 3TC, 300 mg, दोनों की 300 mg देनी होती है, tenofovir, lamivudine. According to CMDT, we have to give tenofovir, emtricitabine 300 mg tenofovir और 200 mg emtricitabine डेली देनी होती है, और raltegravir 400 mg 2 बार देनी होती है एक दिन में. This is all about AIDS.